Salute and welcome to the Stories and Cocktails podcast, where you will enjoy an entertaining short story from acclaimed humor columnist Rob Kreider. Story time is the family portion of the show. Then we move on from the stories to the cocktails. This is where the alcohol and the not safe for work portion of the show takes over, as Rob and his wife /editor /muse Sara Kreider are taking some adult beverages and provide you with a behind the scenes recap of what really inspired the original story. Put your feet up, relax, and enjoy yourself a round of stories and cocktails. Cheers.
This story is called The Airhead by Rob Kreider. Hey, that's me. It was supposed to be a simple vacation. The plan was to load up the family and drive to the beach, surf, relax, and drink irresponsible amounts of rum for a week straight. On paper, the plan seemed pretty solid, and it would have all gone according to plan if we hadn't taken the money-sucking, mother-flunking, tire-blowing motorhome. The premise of the modern motorhome is to save money on trips. With a motorhome, theoretically, there should be no hotel costs or eating out costs. Motorhomes make things cheap. Well, they do in theory, but in reality, the money-sucking, mother-flunking, tire-blowing motorhome will destroy your vacation finances, terminate your vacation plans, and ruin your vacation memories, all within 100 miles of your destination. At least that's how it went for my family this summer. So there I was, cruising down the highway at a cool 55 miles per hour, getting a solid 8 miles to the gallon in the money-sucking, mother-flunking, tire-blowing motorhome. We had rum in the cupboard, bicycles on the back, and surfboards on the roof. The kids were playing cards at the kitchen table, and my wife, whom I love, was in the right front seat, making a mess of the directions. All was normal, and life was good. Then the first tire exploded. We pulled over at a local gas station in a little town and found a 6-inch hole in the side of the very flat tire. That wasn't good. I showed my wife the flat tire, and she suggested I put some air in it. I tried nicely to explain, "Honey, do you see the large 6-inch hole in the side of the tire?" She said, "Yes." "Well, putting air in the tire isn't going to fix the problem. We need to find a tire shop." She asked me, "And the tire shop can put air in it for us?" I told her, no. I asked the gentleman at the gas station if there was a local tire shop nearby. He tried to tell me, but we were having some language barrier issues. He was speaking Kurdish, and I was speaking panicked American dad. All I could get from him was something that sounded like auto shop, and he pointed toward the east. It was better than nothing. I went to the motorhome and untied the easiest bicycle I could quickly access. It happened to be my wife's bicycle, a hot pink beach cruiser with Hawaiian flowers on it. I left my family behind to lounge in the money-sucking, mother-flunking, tire-blowing motorhome while I tried to get us some help. I pedaled the pink bicycle to the east and found what auto shop means in Kurdish: AutoZone. AutoZone is neither a tire shop nor a repair location. The guys at AutoZone spoke some English, and they told me I was in luck because just down the street, about 6 blocks, was a tire shop called Big Earl's Tires. I began to pedal the pink bicycle through town to find this Big Earl. As I was riding along, I realized this was a very, very small and impoverished town that the money-sucking, mother-flunking, tire-blowing motorhome decided to break down in. Suddenly, a pack of little yapper dogs came flying out of a front yard and were trying to maul me. I pedaled the pink bicycle as fast as I could, with the tiny dogs nipping at my ankles. After escaping danger and out of breath, I finally arrived at Big Earl's Tires. Trying to be positive, all I can really say about the place was, they were open. The owner came walking out of the shop, and truth in advertising, Big Earl was gigantic. Big Earl was a walking heart attack with a side of bacon. The first thing he said to me was, "What's with the pink bike?" I explained to him that I was a desperate man in search of a motorhome tire. He gave me a handshake with the largest hand I'd ever seen in my life and said, "I got just what you need." I decided to have him replace the flat tire instead of mounting our spare tire, so I would have the spare tire for the rest of the vacation because we still had a long ways to go. He told me to go ahead and pedal my little pink bike back to the motorhome and to watch out for the local attack chihuahuas, and then limp my motorhome on 3 rear tires back to his shop. He told me he would have us back on the road in no time. We arrived and watched Big Earl lift the motorhome with his huge arms as he used a jack to assist him raise our money-sucking, mother-flunking, tire-blowing motorhome into the air. After dropping $140 in cash, we were back on the road with a brand new, in actuality probably used, non-name brand tire, all in less than an hour. I told my wife, "Wow, that was really lucky. Big Earl hooked us up." That whole situation couldn't have worked out any better. I spoke too soon. 70 miles later, while driving the money-sucking, mother-flunking, tire-blowing motorhome, the brand new, actually definitely used, non-name brand tire exploded. To make matters worse, the tire next to it also exploded into 100 bits of rubber. I only had one spare, and suddenly I needed 2 tires. We were in big trouble. I limped the crooked motorhome off of the freeway, riding on the sparking 2 left rear rims. We stopped at another gas station and took a look at the damage. There was hardly any tire left on the rims. My wife saw our situation and she asked, "At this gas station, can you put some air in the tires?" I told her, "No, honey, again, that won't work. We need 2 new tires." She asked, "Should we call AAA and they can come out and put some air in the tires?" I told her, "Baby, no. All the air in the world is not going to fix these 2 completely destroyed tires." My wife asked me, "Can we at least take the new tire back to Big Earl and get our money back?" "Yes, honey. Pull the wheel off, put it in the basket of the beach cruiser, and I'll pedal 70 miles up the freeway for a warranty replacement from Big Earl's tires." She said, "You don't have to be a jerk about it. I just want to put some air in the tires so we can go to the beach." I'd lost it. Air won't fix it. Okay, folks, new plan. Roll down the awning and get out the folding chairs. For the first night of our vacation, we're camping at Chevron. By the way, one day, 2 tires, and $600 later, my family finally arrived at our vacation destination, where I soon got a flat tire on my beach cruiser.
Okay, folks, it's time to pop that top and let's get to those cocktails.
Hey, welcome to Stories and Cocktails, the drunken portion of the show. We are coming to you live on tape from Las Vegas, Nevada, baby.
Woo!
Do you know what I love about Las Vegas?
The free drinks?
The free fucking drinks.
Yeah.
So you're drinking a free drink. How much did your free drink cost you?
Well, this is my second free drink.
Oh, okay. Well, we can divide it by 2 then.
But yeah, that would be hard math. I just want you to know I only lost $175 in the course of time that it took me to get these 2 free drinks.
Gotcha.
No, wait. I have a 36-cent ticket, and it was only because I couldn't actually bet 36 fucking cents. So it's $174.64.
That's good math.
2 drinks.
2 free drinks.
They taste so fucking good too.
Free drinks are the best drink.
Oh, they are. How much was your free drink?
Well, I was at the craps table, and I was doing pretty well, actually. I had some very, very old ladies who were just throwing the dice like badass bitches. I am wearing a t-shirt that says, "Blow me for good luck."
Did either one of them blow you for luck?
No, they didn't seem very interested in that, but they did like me because I was charming and I made some jokes and made them laugh and thanked them every time they won me some money.
They liked you until I came.
Yeah, so when you showed up, they're
Well,
like,
first off,
"Oh, he's not available."
How much did your free drink cost?
Well, after you came and threw the dice, my free drink cost me $81.
So what had happened was we decided to separate because we thought maybe we'll do better at gambling if we're apart from each other.
Because
Right?
you think I'm the cooler, so if I'm near you, you lose.
And you think I'm the cooler.
I know you fucking are.
Well, I was today.
At the craps table, you were an iceberg hitting that table.
I also had already, at that point, I came to you $175 in the hole. I'm sorry. $174.64 in the hole.
Right.
And I showed up like, "How you doing?" Because I'm drinking my second drink for $175.
You did that thing that people who go to Vegas and you're a couple do, where one of you's having a great time, one of you has no money.
Yeah.
And the person with no money comes like shuffling up like, "Hey, are you still playing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fucking having a great time over here. These old ladies are just throwing these fucking dice. They're killing it." And you're like, I don't have any money." I'm like, "That's your fucking problem." My money's on the craps table.
2 things happened. One, I was playing NFL football slots, and you get to pick your team.
Did you pick the Raiders?
I picked the Raiders.
And you fucking lost.
I lost. I fucking lost so badly, right?
Let me get this straight. You're in a casino. You want to make money, and you pick the Raiders to win.
Yeah, because so the slot machine was like, "Pick your NFL team," and I was like, "Yeah, the Raiders."
I'm in Vegas. I love the fucking Raiders.
And so I lost $75. So now I'm down to $25, and I was like, "This makes sense because the Raiders fucking suck." You know what I mean? Like they lose all the
It's
time.
all on brand, pretty much.
Yeah. So then I switched teams, and I went to Taylor Swift's boyfriend's team, the Chiefs.
Smart.
Funny thing though is I hit like a pocket jackpot right away. And I won like $25. But I was already down 75. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then here's the worst thing that happened is there was like this 2-minute training camp because it was like at any time, randomly, 2-minute training camp spins. So, I'm just playing, like trying to get like the bonus.
All we want to do is go to the bonus round, yo.
So this felt like a bonus. It was the 2-minute training camp, like woo. And there was like a clock up. And during the 2-minute training camp, if you just rolled 4 winning rolls in a row, and I don't know, I think that you were going to win like $1 million. So I rolled 3 winning rolls and I was like, here it comes, $1 million fucking dollars. And
show me the money.
My 4th roll, it was like, wah, wah, you suck. But then I still had, I don't know, at this point, I still had like 1 minute and 40 seconds left on the 2-minute training camp.
Fuck yeah.
So I roll 3 winning rolls and now I have 36 cents left and a new roll minimum costs 75 cents. So I'm like, fuck, I can't do it. I'm going to win $1 million, but I can't because I don't have 39 more cents to do this last fucking roll. And the training camp clock is going down. It's like, you have 47 seconds left. And I'm looking over at you. I could see you at the craps table. And I'm like, I just need like $1. I just need $1 more to put in this fucking machine. And we're probably going to be millionaires. But I'm like, can I run over there? Can I explain to you that I need $1 and run back here, put the $1 back into the machine all in 42. Now it's like 42 seconds.
Oh man, the game clock.
Just like
that shot clock is really affecting your play.
Down. It was.
The pressure.
It was the pressure.
Don't you feel bad for these MLB pitchers now with that goddamn pitch clock?
Oh my God. So what I ended up doing is I just ended up sitting there. Like, what happens if I don't have enough money to do the last roll? And what happens when we get down to the 0-0? Yeah, it turns out it just goes to 0-0 and there's like a big buzzer sound like exactly. You fucking lose. You are a loser. And I thought like, I don't know, do I get like $1 for trying? Like anything?
Yeah.
So I can keep playing and they're just like, all you have left is 36 cents. It's minimum 75 cents to play.
But we will print this ticket for you and you can't use it anywhere.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
You can't even take that 36 ticket to a penny slot. It doesn't work.
No, because I was at a penny slot. But you know what they wanted? 75 fucking pennies.
That's a 75-cent penny slot.
They wanted 75 fucking pennies to play at the penny slot. So I took my 36 cents. I sashayed over to you.
Yeah, you came kicking rocks to me.
Yeah, I was like, hey, how you doing? Now, here's the second thing I wanted to talk about. You were throwing craps next to the most glamorous Las Vegas 80-year-old babe I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, she was fabulous. And she was very good at craps.
I fucking loved everything about her. She had her hair did. And like our grandmas used to go get their hair done, where you go and you set it in curlers and you don't wash it for a week and you have the same hairstyle for like a fucking week. But that shit was fresh. I could tell that was like she just got her hair done like on Monday. And it's only Wednesday. So her hair was still looking fabulous. She had these like leopard print, like hot pants on. She's like 80 years old.
Yeah, she also had about $1,000 on that table.
And then she had like these like orthopedic glam sandals on and this glittery bag and this sequined like pink ladies from Greece jacket. And I was actually like, I think that you were in high school with Rizzo. Like, I think that that's when...
You're probably a pink lady.
Yeah, I think that you are wearing the pink ladies jacket. Like, she was the most fabulous thing I've ever seen. I just was like, old lady goals. I fucking love you.
She could roll that dice for a half an hour and never hit 7.
So there I was, just like so excited to like be in her presence. And I come up to you like, do you have any more money? How's this game played? And everyone's like, she rolls so great. I'm like, of course she does. She's fucking fabulous.
Look at her.
So I am really just loving everything about her. Then she rolls the dice about 3 times and everyone gets money and claps. I still don't understand this fucking game. I fucking hate craps. Then she rolls the dice a 4th time. And I'm like, what happened? And everyone looks at me, the entire table, and they're like, we don't talk about it. Like, oh, okay. So I said, well, I don't understand. Like, did she, is that a 9? And then the dealer's like, don't say that number. So then now I got like a little snarky and I go, oh, okay. I'm sorry. I guess I'm not allowed to learn how to play the game.
I heard you do that.
Oh, and then the most fabulous woman I've ever known in my whole entire
Picked
life.
Up all of her chips and left.
Fucking left. No, she didn't leave yet because she still had to roll. She couldn't leave yet.
She picked her money up though.
She looked at me and she goes, or read a book.
Oh, she said that to
Yes.
you? I didn't catch this.
She said,
My
Read a
80-year-old really fun craps girlfriend was giving you some shit?
Yes.
She told you to read a fucking book.
She told me to read a book. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to check out the fucking Craps book before I came to Las Vegas and fucking read it. I'm like, do you have it in your room? Can I borrow it? Can I read it really quick so I can learn how to play this fucking game? So I can be as fucking fabulous as you fucking bitch.
She did the whole read a book thing.
Yeah, because I said, oh, I'm sorry. I guess I'm not allowed to learn how to play this game. And she's like, read a book.
She's like, not when I have $1,000 on the table. Please leave. Your husband's super charming, and you just came in here just like a fucking iceberg, bashing into this craps table, and we all lost our money.
As
soon as you showed up,
crushed.
everybody got smashed.
I was fucking crushed.
So was my bank account.
I had never been so hurt before. It's like
because you felt a kinship with another fabulously like decked out lady with lots of bling on it, because you got a lot of bling on yourself, and so you're like, yeah. This is my girl.
They say never meet your heroes. They're just gonna slap you in the fucking face. They're gonna take their pink lady jacket. They're gonna take all their money off the table. And they're just gonna be like, I'm fucking out of here. You are the cooler. Read a book. Learn how to play craps. Don't come up here at this table. I'm like, I'm sorry. I only have 36 cents left. Like, I just need a fucking dollar.
Yeah. Well, she probably was looking at some of your trashy tattoos and thought to herself, maybe you're not the girl for me at this crap table. I don't think you can afford to play this game with us, Mrs. Kreider.
I can't because I spent all my money at the fucking tattoo parlor.
So listen, people talk about, you got drunk and you woke up with this tattoo. I think it's in a Jimmy Buffett song. Like Margaritaville, he talks about waking up with a tattoo. But like, we really did do that in Las Vegas. I got a tattoo. You got 2 fucking tattoos.
Yeah.
Neither one of us remember much about it.
Between the two of us, we woke up with 3 tattoos.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean we woke up with a third person in our bed. That just means I got 2 while you were getting 1.
Yeah, because you're so fucking cool. You got 2.
I don't know. It's like I want to make it like a cool thing. Like, fuck you, I got 2 fucking tattoos. But we both like our first tattoos. The second tattoo, when I went in for that second tattoo, that's when all hell broke loose.
But the thing is that to get to that tattoo parlor, it took us a bit. So first of all, we drove a motorhome here. And then on the way, we got flat tires.
Yes.
Which is part of the story. So the story we're going to talk about today is called The Airhead, published July 30th, 2014, published in Santa Maria Sun. A story about us taking our RV down the 101, blowing fucking tires out of it, and realizing like, that's not the way to get places. So we know that tires are a problem for RVs.
So I'm not a person who believes in signs. I'm not that I don't say like, oh, that was a sign. But I'm thinking maybe I should be a person who believes in signs. Because this story, we were going down to Newport Beach and we run our last fucking dollar. That's why it was like such a bad.
We didn't have the money or the time for this shit.
We didn't. We really didn't. It was a sign. You have no business being on this vacation. Go home, take care of your finances, pay off your fucking bills.
Sell this motorhome
later. Sell this motorhome. You can't even afford this motorhome. That was a sign. This is not the vacation for you to take now. I feel like the other day when we got the flat tire, it was also a sign. Like, just slow your roll. Don't go to Vegas because you're going to end up getting a tattoo you fucking regret.
Or 2 tattoos.
Well, I only regret one of them.
Okay, good.
50%.
Here's the thing about tattoos. You think about them. You plan them out. You want to find your artist you like.
No, I
don't. The artwork. We didn't do that. Let's get to it.
I don't do that. I just go to the pool in Las Vegas and I get super fucking drunk. And then I'm walking back to my hotel room. And by walking, I'm stumbling and I don't remember it. And I'm in my bathing suit and I'm blind drunk. I still have my sunglasses on because they're prescription, but it's dark inside the casino. This is how I get tattoos. And then I walk by a tattoo parlor in my bathing suit and I go, oh, you know what would be so fucking badass? So if I got a tattoo right now.
So when you say walk by in a bathing suit, you just got out of a piss-soaked Vegas pool. Probably the dirtiest water in the world. Covered in piss. You're like, yeah, go ahead and put a tattoo gun on my skin.
Yeah, this is my 3rd Vegas pool tattoo. Now, granted, I got 2 of them in one day. So I mean, you could say this is the second incident, but I did this a year ago. You and I were stumbling back from the pool and you were like, hey, let's go see Absinthe. And I was like, I'm too fucking drunk to go to a show. You go without me. And then I'm like, but I'm not too drunk to get a fucking tattoo. So you went to Absinthe and saw a great show. And
well, it was actually one of the best Vegas shows I've ever seen. If anybody's in Vegas, go see Absinthe. It is fantastic.
Or don't stay home and get a fucking tattoo. So that was my first drunk pool tattoo. And now the second and the third one was just the other day with you when we probably should have just, I don't know, still been in Flagstaff fixing our flat tires.
Yeah, you know so karma's a bitch. So when we got this flat tire in the story, I was like, big girl fixed our tire. That was so fucking great. And you got mad at me. You're like, dude, don't you understand? You can't say like, it worked out so great. Like, we're high five. Like, that was such a minor inconvenience. We're on our fucking way. And then 70 miles later, kaboom, fucking blow up motorhome tire. We're fucked. Then on this trip, that same day, I talked to Keith. He's like, how's it going? How's the motorhome run on your cross-country trip? And I'm like, dude, the motorhome's been great. No fucking problems. Dude, we fixed an air conditioning unit, no problem. We're fucking rolling. Fucking 3 hours later, this is the thing about the motorhome tire this time. We knew something was wrong. We're driving along and the motorhome's feeling rough.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, are these roads bad in Arizona?
No, and I said, do we have a window open? Like, what's that rattling
something's
sound?
up.
What's that? And then you said, it's like a buffering sound. And I was like, yeah, it sounds like a window's open.
Because we were still in New Mexico. We're heading to Arizona. I'm like, fuck, that's not good. But what I was trying to do, I was ignoring it like a teenage pregnancy. I'm like, I just want to hope for the best.
You even said, you're like, I don't know. I've heard some shit about these Arizona roads. Everybody knows these Arizona roads are bad. And I'm like, okay.
So we pull over. I look at them like, they're still round. They still have air in them. Fuck it. We're good.
Actually, what I said to you is, do we need to put some air in the tires?
Yeah, again.
Let's pull over.
I'm like, there's plenty of air in these tires.
Put some air in the tires.
So we drive along again. Now things are getting fucking exponentially bad.
Yeah.
The motorhome is shaking apart. Shit is falling off the walls, literally. The fucking RV is falling to pieces. We pull over in Flagstaff. I get out. I start touching the tires. One of them is fucking piping hot, which is bad. Tires are made with heat. They fall apart with heat. I'm like, this is fucking going to blow up. There's a bubble in it. I'm like, well, this is why we're feeling all the fucking bullshit. We go to 3 tire shops in Arizona. We finally find one who's going to fix it for us. And they knock it out. I'm like, give me 2 fucking new tires. I need 2 new tires.
Well, okay. The nice part was it was Flagstaff.
I limped us there.
I said, I think there's something wrong with the tires. Like we need to check the tires. Let's pull over. Let's check the tires. Let's put air in the tires, which I get it. I'm wrong. You can't just put air in the tire. But I knew it was a tire situation. And you just were like, hey, I'll pull over if you want me to. But I thought you wanted to get to Vegas. So you keep limping it along. Now, I didn't know at the time, but we finally get to Flagstaff and you're like, oh, these tires are fucking fucked. I'm pulling off immediately. I'm like, well, why didn't we pull off 100 miles ago? And you're just like, because there was nothing.
Yeah, no, you pull off in the middle of nowhere and just be fucked. We could try to get to a tire shop or a town with tire shops.
Flagstaff is still-ish. It's not quite the middle of nowhere, but it's a very, very, very small town.
This is Memorial Day weekend, Friday at 4:30.
Yeah, shit, we got to hurry up because like these places are going to close at 5. So we get to the first one at 4:27. He's like, hey, try Big O Tires over on that street. So we go to Big O Tires. And they're like, hey,
we can't lift this motorhome. It's too big.
They say, we have the tires. We don't have the jack to lift this motorhome. And now it's like 4:38, right?
Yep.
And then they say, go lightly. And I'm like, literally, their name is Go Lightly. And they're going to have the jack.
I'm like, is this big girl tires again?
To lift the fucking motorhome. But he's like, try them. I Google them really quick to see where they're at. And it's like, the map is like, closes at 5 o'clock. So I was like, shit, we got to move. And it was just like this race, like this pit stop. I mean, this is like
it's
right
like
up
the
your
Indy 500, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're jamming over to Go Lightly. I think we showed up at Go Lightly at like 4:42.
And those boys wanted to get off at 5.
Oh, yeah.
They pulled those fucking wheels off and they put 2 tires on and they had us back on the road at 4:58. So we slap the tires on. We gotta get to Vegas. We fucking make it. 14-hour drive. Then we park our RV at Circus.
But that was a sign. That was a sign that just said, hey, don't go to Vegas. Like, you don't need to be in such a hurry to go to Vegas. You're just going to lose a shitload of money. Probably get a tattoo you're going to regret. Possibly 2 tattoos you're going to regret.
But you're saying our luck wasn't going for us, but you were wrong. Because when we checked into the hotel, Fremont Street, Golden Nugget, we were in line and the guy in front of us goes, hey, what are you guys doing tonight?
Oh, yeah.
And I go, nothing.
Even though we have an RV. We parked the RV at the Circus RV park. We're like, we don't want to stay at Circus. Let's go on down to Fremont and enjoy downtown. Go down to Golden Nugget. And yes, we were in line.
We're in line. This guy turns around, nice old guy. He's like, I've got 2 tickets to see the Dead and Friends at the Sphere. I'll give them to you. Fucking what? Because I've wanted to see a show at the Sphere super badly.
Yeah, I know how expensive those tickets are. Last time we were in Vegas, like 6 months ago, it was you two. I looked up tickets and it was like the cheapest fucking tickets were like $750 or something. Like it was insane how expensive it was. That freaking Sphere, that ball, cost a fortune. So he's like, do you want free tickets? And you're like, yes. And I'm looking at you and I'm like, well, then you're going to fucking blow him. Because I'm not.
I'm not blowing this old guy.
Yeah, I'm like, nothing comes for free. Dude.
Nothing's free.
Yeah, so.
No, he just handed you his phone. He's like, put in your information, transfer the ticket. You fucking did it.
Yeah.
Done.
Okay, so the sad part, he bought the tickets because his son was going to come meet him in Vegas. He said his son was a total deadhead and they were going to go see it together.
His son's a musician. He had a gig to play. Couldn't make it.
So he just had these tickets that cost a lot of money and he didn't want to see him go to waste. Totally altruistic, nicest guy. He's just like, I don't want them to go to waste.
Well, I embarrassed myself because I didn't really know how much they were. And I had just one crisp $100 bill in my pocket. I said, hey man, I'm sure this isn't covered, but like, let me give you $100. That's all I got on me right now. He's like, no, I
Hey,
don't
douchebag.
need $100 from you because it's for $1,000. And don't embarrass yourself, young man. I was like, okay, well, hey, I just wanted to offer something. It's all I had on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're a big baller.
Thank you, Jeff Lynch,
Thank you, Jeff.
for killing it for us from New York.
You pathetically try to offer him $100. I'm still thinking that maybe you should blow him, but we get the tickets. It's seamless. And now we're like, okay, fuck, we got something to do now. We're going to go see the Grateful Dead, kind of.
Well, Jerry Garcia is dead, but
Yeah.
there's leftover members.
some surviving members of the Grateful Dead at the big sphere. And then you're like, and the only cost to us will be, we got to get high. Let's go get some fucking gummies. It's legal here in Las Vegas.
Because I'm not going to go see the Dead without getting high as fuck.
So then we had what, like 2.5 hours before the show started?
Yep.
And you take us on this epic journey to go get weed gummies.
Yeah, I'm trying to find like this dispensary because I'm like, it's got to be like a situation. And I'm walking us around all the shittiest and darkest parts of fucking Fremont area.
We've got Apple Maps going like dispensary, and it's taking us to some fucking dispensary. Who knows?
Then you're like, maybe this dispensary is just this apartment over here. Like that's this dude Carlos, and he's gonna fucking sell you some weed.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I don't think you have to do that anymore. It's legal.
It's
You
legal.
don't have to go to see Carlos. I just want to go to a dispensary.
But it seemed like on the map, it was like right there.
So we walked around like a couple of idiots. Then we just go to Fremont Street where they just have 75 dispensaries and you can just buy gummies on the
You
street.
drag us around. We're following Apple Maps, and we're on all of the side streets, and we're
Apple Maps is not a good way to get drugs.
kicking away like the unhoused and panhandlers, and we're like, just look, we're on our own mission. Do you
Yeah.
know where to get weed? And it's just like we are in the dregs of Las Vegas, like the worst parts of Las Vegas. So now we're like, fuck it, let's just go back to the touristy section, and then we're back on Fremont Street, in the very first fucking store that we see. It's like, do you want some weed gummies before you go see Dead and Company?
I'm like, I would.
Rob. Hey, Rob Kreider, you right there. Neon lights. Come on in.
Did
here.
you just get free tickets to see the Dead at the
Yeah.
Sphere?
Would you like
Eat
some
this
weed
gummy.
gummies? So you go in and you're like,
Are these real THC?
is this real? Like,
I don't want that bullshit cannabinoid 9 shit.
yeah.
I want real THC.
I don't want fucking hemp. I want THC. And they're like, yeah, it's legal here.
This is
Las
the best shit
Vegas.
right here.
What would you like?
drugs. So we gobbled that fucking thing
No,
down.
not we. You.
We jump in a cab. We head to the Sphere. We've never been there before. If you have any kind of artist that you enjoy, go to Las Vegas and see them in the Sphere because it is a mind-altering, insane experience that you can't really comprehend. And I can't use words to explain it. It's fucking unreal.
Yeah, words don't do it justice. It was mind-blowing.
They did this cool trick
Awesome.
for the Dead show. What the background of the Sphere looked like was it looked like the inside of this big ball. And so you thought you were seeing kind of like the mechanism of the ball
and like
itself.
scaffolding.
Yeah, and you're kind of like, okay, that's what it looks like. But that was all digital. And
No,
then
I
when the fucking Dead came out, they opened it up to the sky of Haight Street, where their
Yeah.
first house was in San Francisco. Then we went on a rocket ship ride
Yeah.
from their house at Haight Street all the way to like San Francisco, the Bay, California, the fucking West Coast. Then we were in fucking space, and I was losing my fucking
Yeah,
mind.
you were high. And so when I listen to you explain it, it's like, okay, take this with a grain of salt because he was very, very high. But I wasn't high, and I still experienced it the same exact way. I was like, oh shit, we're in fucking rocket ship. Oh my God, like we're going away from, San Francisco. Like we're getting farther and farther away from San Francisco. We're overlooking, oh shit, we're in space.
I
It
couldn't
was
believe
insane.
how fucking high we kept getting because I was high. And then we found out that the Dead and Company, the company part, is John Mayer. So not only is he just like Taylor Swift's ex-Bang,
Oh yeah, but everybody.
he's a fucking stoner who plays a shit out of guitar.
Apparently, everybody knew this but us. Because I was like, who knew? Fucking John Mayer plays with the Dead. People are on my Facebook post, they're using that little like emoji with like the hand raised, like me, calling me teacher. I fucking knew that. I'm like, well, I didn't fucking know that.
His eyes were pretty fucking closed, and he played the shit out of that guitar. It was a good show.
It was great.
It was solely dope. So that was the beginning. So what I get the point is, we get some flat tires. We have this great Vegas luck. We get to see the fucking Dead and Company in the Sphere. We take drugs. Then the next day we say,
You
hey,
take drugs.
let's just go to the pool all day and drink pink margaritas.
Okay, so it goes like this. We had a flat tire.
Yep.
And then we got free tickets.
Yeah.
So we had a bad day, and then we had a good day.
Right.
Then we got tattoos that we may or may not regret. So let's call that possibly a bad day, right? So it goes bad day, good day, bad day. Yesterday was a good day. We never even really left the hotel room because we were just like, oh, fuck, what do we do? Why do we get these tattoos?
The entire day was just regretting tattoos.
So if it goes bad day, good day, bad day, good day, fuck today.
That's why we paid $81 for some drinks.
I paid $175. Oh, also a really old fabulous lady
Told you to read a fucking book.
told me to read a fucking book
I'm
to
so
learn how
sorry
to
that
play
happened.
craps.
Also, today's a bad day. Well, let's talk about the day where the initial plan was simple. We love Vegas pools. You just go to the pool, you spend all day, you chill. We went to the pool at Golden Nugget, which is cool. They got this like upstairs kind of area for adults. They have a slide through the shark tank. It's fucking awesome. We get there, somebody barfs in the pool, and they close the pool.
They closed the big pool, the downstairs pool, the kid pool, the family-friendly pool.
They didn't tell us anyone puked in the pool. They just said the pool's closed. And then you kept asking anyone that was wearing a Golden Nugget shirt, they're like, who's shit in the pool? And then you're like, tell me who it was. Who's shit in the pool? And they would just look at you like, lady, don't ask those questions.
And then like other people
They're
were
like, the pool's closed. You're like, because someone took a shit in it. You're like, I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
Then they would say, it'll probably, it'll be open. We're hoping to get it back open in an hour. And I was like, because it takes an hour to clean poop out of the pool.
Yeah, you're like,
saying,
you're like,
poop.
That takes an hour to get the shit out, and then you'll open the pool again?
Because I know there's only one reason why pools shut down, and that's because of human waste. So poop or puke. I'm a lifetime like aquatics girl. I grew up around pools.
Division I collegiate swimmer.
Like I know why we shut down pools. Someone shit in the pool.
You wouldn't stop saying it. Like, and I just feel bad. Like some girls, like she got up. It's Memorial Day. She's like, I gotta fucking work today. I gotta work the fucking Golden Nugget pool. And then you're just up in her face like some fucking Karen. Like, who's shit in the pool?
No, I wasn't.
Who's shit in the pool?
I was not like a Karen. I was joking the entire time.
They did not
were
know
laughing.
you were joking.
No, they were laughing. They were trying
so.
to. They were trying to.
I don't think so.
They were trying to keep like a sense of professionalism and not laugh, but they were laughing. And then they kept saying to me, "No one pooped in the pool. No one pooped in the." And then finally, someone was like, "It was puke."
I'm like, that's a corporate answer. They're not allowed to say like, "Yeah, dude, I took a shit in there."
Someone finally was like, "It was puke." And then I love this. They're like, "If it makes you feel any better, it wasn't adult puke. It was kid puke." And I was like, actually, that doesn't make me feel any because adult puke probably has a shitload of alcohol in it, and alcohol is sterile. So I prefer it to be adult puke
than just
over
mac and cheese.
Kid puke. Yeah.
It's mac and cheese and applesauce.
So they had to call out a
Fucking
specialist to clean the fucking puke out of the pool.
It's also 100 degrees out in the sun, and
So
you can't get in the water.
Only pool that was open was the adults only pool, which is cool because we're adults. But it's like a much smaller
situation.
Pool, like a backyard pool. And I don't think they expect everyone to be up there. But because the downstairs pool was closed, now all of a sudden the adults only pool was hammered. And the adults only pool is small. It's on the third floor in direct sunlight all day long. So it wasn't really a pool. It was like 97 degrees.
Yeah, so you got in it, you're like, I'm actually warmer than when I was in the sun.
Yeah, it was so hot.
Just a hot tub full of piss.
So when we get to the upstairs adults only pool and we're like, fuck it. Like, we want to be here. We throw down some money for some lounge chairs because everything in Vegas costs money.
Yep.
They're like, do you want to sit on a chair?
That'll be $100.
Yes, I would like to sit on a chair, I guess. That'll be $100.
Would you like a free drink?
Sun with this
$174. 64 cents.
So there we are in the hottest pool, the 97-degree pool, with all of the other adults because everyone had been driven out by the puke in the pool. So then we just started drinking a shitload of alcohol.
Watermelon margaritas are very refreshing on a sunny day.
Yeah.
And we drank a multitude of them.
Well, the Don Julio girls were out.
That's right. The Don Julio girls were out there with the merch.
I'm a sucker for a merch girl.
You are. You do like merch girls.
I really do. I like they're humping their wares. You know what I mean?
They're
like
fabulous.
They're fabulous.
They're bringing out free shit.
Yeah. And sometimes
who doesn't like free shit?
And I think people get intimidated and they don't want to like talk to the merch girl. So I'm always like, hey, yeah, give me. And I like free shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm just shameless about it. I'm like, what do you got? I literally say, what do you got? And they're like, well, we have Don Julio. And I'm like, no, I know you have that. But like, what else do you got? Give me a necklace. Give me a bag. Give me a hat. So they weren't getting a lot of, I don't know, like customers.
Well, it's because they were just spending most of the day looking at their iPhone and taking selfies.
Well, yeah. That's why I say like most of the time they're humping these two.
But I've learned to respect merch girls because the first merch girl I met was at Elephant and Castle, your birthday in San Francisco. And it was the Jägermeister girls, right? And we're getting free necklaces, having fun. And I kind of gave her one of those like, well, what do you do? And she's like, I'm at Berkeley getting my MFA in English. I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
But those girls, that's what I'm saying. Those girls were like, they were humping. They were like giving out the free shit. They were working the crowd. They were going
handing out all the good
but
shit.
That's because it was my 30th birthday. So it was 06 before the iPhone came out.
Yeah, because you can't take a selfie with the fucking flip phone.
But these girls, they're just on their iPhones, just scrolling social media. They were, I guess they were doing, like, to their credit, they were like taking pictures of themselves with the Don Julio brand because it was just selfie after selfie after selfie.
It's like, there's only 50 people in this pool, but there's 50,000 followers. So I'm getting way more love for Don Julio by taking photos by the pool than I am handing
out
in your dipshit 50-year-old husband a Don Julio bag.
So I walked up to them and I said, "What do you got?" And they said,
Don Julio.
"We have Don Julio." Like, read my boob because it said across their boob.
They had Don Julio
bikini. Yeah. And so they said,
hats off to you, Don Julio. Well done, sir.
I said, "Okay, are you going to give me a shot of Don Julio?" And they're like, "No, we're going to give you some watered down Don Julio in the watermelon margarita." And that is what set us on this
path
course.
towards 3 tattoos.
Because I don't drink tequila. I don't fucking drink tequila. Ever. I broke up with tequila like 13 fucking years ago.
Did you, though?
These fucking merch girls, they seduced me with their Don Julio bikinis and their Don Julio watered down watermelon margarita. And so I said, "Oh, okay, I don't usually drink margaritas, but I'll order this one because it tastes so good." And they're like, "Make sure that you do. And then when you do, you get this free bag." Well, I fucking like a free bag. So there I am with my free Don Julio bag.
Was it free? Because how many of those did we fucking buy?
Oh my God.
Again, Vegas is not free.
Drinking my Don Julio watermelon margarita in the 97-degree pool. And then next thing I know, I'm on Fremont Street getting 2 tattoos.
So we leave the pool, I don't even know why, after we paid for a lot.
No, because they closed it.
They said, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, I know why. The sun set. And they're like, "Hey, y'all.
Start spending
the
money
pool is
somewhere else.
closed." Yeah.
So
get
I don't
out.
remember how this happened. I know we end up back on Fremont Street, and I say, "Hey, I'm going to get an AMF." That is the acronym for Adios Motherfucker. It's a frozen drink in Vegas that pretty much the name is on brand for. It gets you fucked up. So I get one of those. You get a 32-ounce beer. And then we're walking to our hotel room.
The plan was we're going to grab a quick bite to eat.
Oh, food. We should have had food.
Yeah, I think I was even like, let's just get it to go. Let's take it up to our hotel room. I shouldn't be around people anymore. I still am wearing my bathing suit. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's time to retire to the room and just pass the fuck out. But let's get food first. And somehow,
Food and tattoo, they both have O's.
yeah, we didn't.
They're like, "Oh, there's something that has a couple O's in it." Is that food or tattoo? I don't know. Let's go upstairs and find out.
Hey, do you?
Can I get chicken wings? No, but we'll tattoo a chicken on you.
I was going to say chicken nuggets. Hey, do you have some chicken nuggets? We were on the same plan. We were going to get some fucking fried chicken in a nugget form or a wing form. We're going to dip it in some ranch. And next thing I know, I've got fucking a tattoo.
We've actually tried to rehash this. We don't know whose idea it was.
No, we don't.
I'm going to blame you.
There were people out in front of the tattoo parlor and they're like, "Hey, drunks, come in here." And I was like, "Do you have chicken nuggets?" And they were like, "Maybe."
They're like, "Do you have IDs?" "Yep." "Do you have a credit card?" "Great." And they started making us fill out this paperwork out. Like, how much alcohol have you had? I'm like, "I had 17 margaritas."
Yeah.
"You on any medication?" I'm like, "I'm on blood thinners and blood pressure medication." They're like, "That's fine."
They said, "Are you drunk?"
"Are you currently intoxicated?"
And we were
I'm
like,
drinking an
all
AMF
different.
in front of them.
The thing is I don't really remember how we got in there. I don't remember whose idea it was, but I do remember that I didn't give a shit because I was like, "There's no fucking way anyone is going to tattoo us. No
We're too
one
wasted.
is going to tattoo us." I was just like, "How far are we going to take this? This is fucking hilarious."
The joke will be
Before
on
they
them. They're
kick
like,
us out.
"Oh, you're
Yeah.
drunk and on blood thinners. We can't tattoo you. Go home."
So then they were like, "Okay, come on in. What do you want?" No. We're drunk. I'm holding a drink in my fucking hand. He's holding a drink in his fucking hand.
We're cross-eyed.
Too drunk to get tattooed.
Oh, also, you're wearing a bikini and a cover-up and a necklace that goes between your breasts that we bought. When we say we came from the pool, you literally just fucking came from the pool, covered in piss, wearing a cover-up and a black bikini.
And a hat that said "drink whore."
Oh, yeah, you had your own hat that said "drink whore."
Yeah.
So that's what you're wearing.
If I roll in like that, right? And then I say to you,
I'm drunk.
"I'm too drunk to get tattooed."
But you're not too drunk to get 2 tattoos.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't tattoo me. And they're like, "Do you have a form of payment?" And I was like, "Yes."
Yeah. They're like, "We just looked your Amex and you guys can get 3 tattoos."
Yeah, you can.
So then they're like, "What do you want? What do you want?" I'm like, "Girl, I have no idea. I haven't thought about getting a tattoo. I don't even know why I'm standing in this tattoo parlor. So I don't have a plan.
Chicken nuggets.
I have no plan. Yeah, where's the chicken nuggets?"
Dip it in ranch.
So then you're like, "I'm going to get this fucking checkered flag tattoo on my forearm." I'm like, "You're going to get a fucking racing tattoo?" Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
They're like, "Yeah, I'm fucking doing it."
I don't know what I was thinking.
I was like, "Okay." And then you're like, hey, get a hammerhead shark tattoo on your forearm, like you were going to get Cal Poly in 1994.
Yeah.
Drunk me is like, oh, I remember that. One time, you and I went to Pismo Beach.
When you were 20 years old.
When I was 20 years old.
I was 18.
In 1994, and we went to a tattoo parlor. I looked at a super dope black hammerhead shark. I should get this. But I was a chicken, and I was like, I don't know, I can commit to that. Who knows? And then I joined the Higher Patrol, and you couldn't have showing tattoos, so I didn't get it.
Back then, you went to the tattoo parlor to get a tattoo, but then you chickened out. And then like a couple nights ago, we went to the tattoo parlor to get some chicken. We got tattoos.
Now, I have a fucking hammerhead shark on my full forearm from my watch to my elbow.
It's so fucking sexy, though.
And I'm still getting used to it.
I love it.
It's tribal.
The forearm tattoos, they maybe weren't our best idea ever, but they weren't the worst idea we ever had. Like, that's not the bad luck. You got the hammerhead. We talked about that way back in 1994. So it's an idea that's been percolating for 30 years. You like racing flags, and I like you. So that's an idea that's been percolating.
That works out.
Right? It's like, it works out. Now where it all went to shit.
Here's where it went to shit. So your tattoo was pretty simple, and your tattoo artist was fast.
Oh, he was
My
so
hammerhead
fast.
shark is very, very intricate.
Yeah.
And then you have no patience.
No.
You get your tattoo done. You look
Yeah.
at me. The guy's working on the tail. I'm like an inch of 9 inches to go, right?
Yeah.
Next thing I know, you and your tattoo artist are just chatting up ideas. Crazy fucking ideas, right? Now, I can't move because I'm looking at this tattoo. I'm like, this got a lot
You're
of detail.
stuck in the chair.
I can't even turn my head because I'm going to fuck this tattoo up.
Right.
And I'm already wasted and drinking AMF.
Right.
I've never been to a tattoo parlor like, no, go ahead and keep drinking that alcohol and bleed all over the place. And you're on blood thinners too. It's fine.
They're blood thinners,
They
you
didn't,
say?
they didn't
No
give a
problem.
fuck. They did not
We
give a
got
fuck.
towels.
So then next thing I know, this guy is free drawing on your back.
Yeah.
So you have a small tattoo of your Aries astrological sign that you've thought like, it could have been better, and you want to make it better.
Yeah,
So you've had plans.
I got it at 19 years old.
You got it in the 90s.
So
You got it in a different millennium.
for 29 years, I've been thinking about how could I correct this tattoo? I always come to the same decision. Like, I think anything that I do will just make it worse. So I should
And
just
you,
leave
that
it.
was good advice on yourself.
So 29 years, I decide
No thanks.
don't
Don't
fuck
do it.
with it.
Leave
don't
it.
do it. You're just going to make it worse if you do anything to it.
That tattoo was about 1.5 inches in
Oh, it's
diameter.
tiny.
Teeny
It was
tiny.
tiny. It was
Yes.
put on a little tiny 19-year-old's shoulder.
Yes.
Now, I'm in that fucking chair. I think it took him 29 seconds to do these racing flags.
Yes.
And now I
Fast.
decide in that 29 seconds, this guy is now the person I trust most in the whole fucking wide world. And he gets out a Sharpie and he is like, oh yeah, I could redo that. And he starts drawing on my back with a Sharpie.
So the thing about backs is you can't
You
see
can't
it.
see 'em.
You can't see what he's drawing.
I can't, yeah.
Now I can see from my chair. I'm like, what the fuck?
Now I'm fucking straddling the chair.
Ass out.
splayed
You're
out.
wearing a thong.
Ass out.
All I look over and all I get to see is your ass cheeks. And he's drawing the most heinous fucking crazy freehand art on your back. And I'm like, I don't know.
I've got my cover up like pulled down so that he can get to my back.
Yeah, I
I still
know.
am wearing the stupid
You were a
Marine
pretty
Corps
confident,
hat.
badass bitch. in there. Everyone's like, that drink whore chick's fucking badass.
She's fucking stupid.
Just like, just put it on my face. Just tattoo drink whore on my forehead and fucking I don't want to wear the hat anymore.
You know, it would have been better off if I would have just told him just tattoo one of my butt cheeks because at least that would be covered up.
He tattooed all of your shoulder.
All of my shoulders.
You now have about an 8.5 inch diameter circle.
Huge. That a dude on Fremont Street just freehanded in a Sharpie on me. And
I've
then
told you this morning.
went over it with a tattoo.
It's been a very difficult situation with us because as your spouse, your best friend, I can't say to you, that fucking tattoo is so ugly. I have to say like, oh, babe, it's really growing on me.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what you're like.
It's growing on me because I have no
growing on
choice
me,
but
too.
to like it
That's what I
because
said. I'm
it's
like,
going to be there forever.
What are we going to
'Cause
do?
you can't fix this one.
I can't take it
'Cause
back.
it is the
This is the
black
fixed
hole sun
version.
butthole.
Yeah.
To give it an idea what it is, it looks like the Sublime's logo if you just colored it all in black and then put some Dungeons and Dragons in it and then just made it bigger and uglier and just said, yeah.
So I took it from one little tiny sign and a little tiny sun to 4 big ginormous signs and a big ginormous sun.
The black hole sun,
And then
which we're now calling the butthole sun.
Well, yeah, because he's like, hey, I'm just going to darken up the original sun. So he took the little tiny sun, he darkened it in all in black.
To make it look like a butthole.
So it looks like a butthole.
Yep.
And then he put the big ginormous sun all around it. So it sort of
Black
it looks like
hole
a black
sun.
hole butthole sun.
So that's what we're going to call
The black hole
your-
butthole sun.
Yeah, your tattoo tattoo is the butthole son.
Yeah.
I hate to say that to you. The problem is, we woke up the next day so fucking hungover.
I didn't even wake up that day.
And then
I woke up 2 days later.
I go to like grab something and I have this huge fucking tattoo across my forearm. I'm like, oh, fuck.
But it looks good.
It's pretty committal. That's a commitment, dude.
Yeah.
And then you roll
yours
over
look good.
and you're just bleeding all over the fucking bed sheets. Just like the hugest butthole sun on your back shoulder. I'm like, oh, fuck. And then I look at your arm and you've got racing flag tattoos on your arm. I'm like, she fucking hates my racing.
No.
Oh, so crazy.
I love racing flags compared to how much I fucking hate the whole sun.
No, really, the best thing that ever happened is that tattoo on your shoulder is so bad, you're totally into the racing flags. You're like, look at these racing flags came out great.
I'm like, but anyways, this tattoo, looks fucking
that does look good.
Amazing, right?
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
I can't fix it. It's permanent.
No, you can't. You can wear a sweater for the rest of your life. So listen, we fucked up. We did the cliche thing. Like, we fucking got drunk in Vegas and we got tattoos. We fucked up. So listen, this show doesn't come with some regrets, or regrets, as they say in the tattoo business. We got super fucked up. Our luck ran out.
When you say it doesn't come with some regrets, it comes with a lot of regrets.
It does. Like, you can't drink as much as we drink and act the fool and not have some consequences. And most of the time we get away, a little hangover, whatever, a little credit card bill, we'll fix that. But 3 tattoos in one night, that shit's with us forever now.
Stupid.
It's actually my problem because I get to see your back. I walk behind you, we're just looking at your butthole. On your back now.
Well, look at my butt cheeks and that butthole on my shoulder.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
Your butt cheeks are nice. All right, listen, I don't mean to beat you up so much. I love you, and that tattoo is growing on me. And, I'll keep saying that as much as I can until I believe it.
How's the song go? Like, butthole sun, won't you come? How's the song go?
It's Soundgarden, Black Hole Sun. Black Hole Sun.
It's like, butthole sun. Let's go drink some more, because all I can do right now is think about my regrets, and it's making me sad.
Well, I love the tattoo on your forearm. Yeah. And I think you're awesome. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Stories and Cocktails. Let's go out on Vegas night. Let's have a great time.
No
Let's
tattoos.
not get tattoos. To no more tattoos.
No more tattoos.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Dude, if you get pregnant, you can get an abortion. Fucking tattoos are forever. We'll cut that.
Yeah, you think?
And that was Last Call. You did it. You survived an episode of Stories and Cocktails. But did Rob or Sarah's liver survive the show? I don't know. Tune into the next episode to find out, to enjoy some more stories and some more cocktails. By the way, if you want to support the debauchery of the show, then buy the host their next round by Venmoing a couple of gold doubloons at Stories and Cocktails. Back in the day, a gold doubloon was only 4 Spanish dollars. Who knew? Well, folks, I'll be right here behind the bar, cleaning the glassware and awaiting your return to the Stories and Cocktails podcast. Cheerio, friends.
If you enjoy hearing Rob Kreider's different humor columns here on the Stories and Cocktails podcast, then I promise you will love his novel, Cadet Blues. Cadet Blues is Rob's hilarious tell-all about desperately trying to survive the shock and awe boot camp-style training at the California Highway Patrol Academy. People from all different walks of life have come to love this book because Cadet Blues is simply a crazy good read. Heartfelt, inspiring, and damn funny. It's available in paperback through Amazon, eBay, or cadetblues.com, where you can get free shipping and a personalized autographed book. Or you can download a digital copy of Cadet Blues from Amazon Kindle, Barnes & Noble Nook, or Apple iBooks. Do yourself a favor and check out the novel, Cadet Blues.